It's hard to leave a good party, isn't it? Especially considering that right now, the major averages are trading near or at all-time highs. This is about as good of a party for investors as we've ever seen. The purpose of this video is not to declare a market top and say, hey, everybody should get out, or to say that everybody should buy more because the stock market's going to keep going higher. The fact of the matter is, you're not going to know until after the fact. The real purpose of this video is to give you a way to think for yourself about whether or not it's time for you specifically to do some selling, or if it's time for you specifically to do some buying. Let's get into it. If we haven't met yet, my name is Mitch Goldberg. I'm a financial advisor and a business owner, and my videos are all about financial education. So, in the words of Kenny Rogers in the famous song, The Gambler,
you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
So it's hard to walk away from a great bull market because you don't want to leave any money on the table. You love seeing your account go up, and you want it to go up and up and up because you know that you're going to have a lot of expenses during your retirement. And the more the market goes up, the easier it is for you to pay your expenses and the less pressure that you're going to feel. I get that, but the point is this. Nobody's going to actually tell you when it's time to sell. Nobody's going to ring a bell and say, hey, now it's time to sell everything. Or maybe we should take a lesson from George Costanza in the great show Seinfeld about leaving on a high note.
Crane. All right, that's it for me.
Hey, I'm not about making all or nothing calls. This video isn't a call about whether or not the stock market is at a peak. Yes, the stock market is at an all-time high, but that doesn't mean it's at a peak. For the last 10 years, we've been hearing soothsayers say, this is it, the market can't go any higher. The market has to go lower. The market has to go down. I don't even listen to these people anymore because they're almost always wrong. And even when they're right, what's the difference? Because the next 10 times they could be wrong. You really have to do what's best for you. And that's really the whole point of this video. I want you to think for yourself and think in terms of, forget what happens externally with the overall market. Think in terms of internally, what's right for my situation. Because if there's one thing I can't stand, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, is we can't stand one size fits all advice. That's not what this video is about. I don't like to make personal recommendations to people through a video. But what I do like to say is this. I want you to have a way, like I said originally with this video, to have a way to think about whether or not you should sell. I don't really believe in the all or nothing trade, meaning either you're all in the stock market or all out of the stock market. But everybody has what's called a risk tolerance and an asset allocation model that's matched to the risk tolerance. What I want you to do is think in terms of, I have an asset allocation that's appropriate for me of maybe 70% stocks or 80% stocks, and maybe, you know, my account is now at 90% stocks because stocks have gone up so much. So the way to think about that is to sell stocks until they represent only 70% of your overall portfolio, and take the rest of the money and add it to either keep it in cash equivalents like money market CDs, or maybe bonds. That is, to me, the smarter way to make a decision on whether or not you should buy or sell stocks. Not about whether, hey, the stock market's at an all-time high, it has to go down. Because when somebody says to me, well, it has to go down, it's at an all-time high, it really has to go down. So many reasons to be bearish. Those are not solid reasons for the stock market to go down. Okay, that's more like your feeling, your emotion, your fear. Make the decision based on logic. You see, it's a client's asset allocation that means something to me. In other words, I'm not here to press my opinion of whether or not stocks could keep going higher or not. What I'm here to do is, and what you need to do, is discover your own risk tolerance, how much money, how much of your capital, your hard-earned capital, that you should keep in the stock market and how much you should take out of the stock market. And as we get older, closer to retirement, in retirement, we get to a point where we really don't have the risk tolerance any longer to handle a steep market drop. In my world, I like to base things based on logic and based on what's best for my client situation, and you should do the same thing for yourself. Hey, if you want more information about what I do and how I can possibly help you, check out our website, clientfirststrategy.com. Thanks so much for watching. Please thumbs up, pound that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.